Hello, everyone. My name is Andrew, and I am the Youth Engagement and Events Manager for the Edinburgh International Film Festival. We have launched this year's Young Critics programme, which is a project dedicated to discovering the next generation of film critics. If you are in the UK, if you're aged 18 to 25 and passionate about cinema, we want to hear from you. As a young critic, you will receive professional mentorship, gain access to screenings at this year's EIFF, and have your work published. You will spend 4 days at this year's festival, all expenses paid, and you will get to meet some pretty fabulous people. Details on how to apply can be found at the link below. Now, we understand that filling in applications can be quite a daunting task for many people. So we have two of our alumni here to give you advice and to talk a little bit about what it's like to be on this course. I'm going to hand over to our guests.
Hi, my name is Xuanlin. I'm 21 years old and I live in Edinburgh. I took part in the Young Critics course in 2021.
Hello, I was also a young critic in 2021. My name is Beatrice, I am 25 years old and I live in Kirkwall.
So let's go back in time. What led you both to apply for Young Critics?
I've always loved films and writing about them, and I was hungry for opportunities to do more. When I saw that applications were open for the Young Critics program, I was thrilled. The program really appealed to me because I felt it would give me the structure I'd been missing. It also promised to provide a kind of demystification of an industry that often feels quite opaque and intimidating to newcomers. The program really seemed like a supercharged one-stop crash course that would give me the guidance, practice, access, and structure I needed to progress as a relatively new critic.
For me, it was my desire to progress my writing career. Despite reviewing for several years, I'd been finding it challenging to get noticed, let alone published, and it was becoming a little frustrating. Living in a small town meant that I wasn't seeing new films until a month after release, which made staying relevant nigh on impossible. I'd hoped that this course would teach me how to access those films on time, if not a little earlier, meaning that I could keep up to date. I also hoped that it would teach me how to break into the field of film journalism. There was only so much that I could teach myself, and I felt like I'd reached the threshold of how far I could go on my own.
And do you have any advice for people who are applying this year?
Be bold, be assertive, be vibrant, and let your personality shine through in your application. Take risks with your writing, have fun with it, and lean into what makes you as a writer different. In my application, I chose to write a mini review of David Cronenberg's Crash. At the time, I thought it was a bit of a risky one, but was so exhilarated to find out that my pick and the way I'd approached the film really resonated and stuck with everyone who had read my application. Don't be afraid to go with something unconventional. Hone your unique perspective and make your application feel true to you.
So, some fantastic advice. Can you maybe tell us what you feel you gained from the program?
That my writing is my writing. I'd always felt a little skeptical about giving my opinion and really uncertain when that opinion clashed with others. There were a lot of maybes and probablys in my early work, but doing this course filled me with confidence. It taught me not to be afraid of failure. One of the things I was told several times throughout the course was that I belonged there. I got in based on the strength of my writing and that I deserved to be there. By the end of the course, I believed that sentiment and it's stuck with me. I've been so proud of a lot of the pieces I've written since the course finished. They feel cleaner and more professional. I also learned how to utilize social media and relearned how to write shorter reviews.
The thing I am most thankful for is the confidence as well I've gained in my writing skills. I've overcome the initial paralyzing self-doubt associated with pitching to publications, and this has opened so many doors for me.
Thank you very much. So, what did you do after the course?
So, since completing the course, I've continued writing for the blog every single week where possible. It used to be solely older films, but since the course, I've picked up the courage and the skill set to write about brand new releases. One of the major ones was No Time to Die, which I was lucky enough to see the night it premiered. I went home that night at 3 a.m. and wrote a review which was published the moment I woke up. I've also been more confident in sending pitches to magazines. I just kept writing. I'd have done that anyway, but it doesn't feel as lonely now as it would have done had I not made all these connections.
After the course, I was accredited to attend last year's BFI London Film Festival, which was just such an unbelievable experience. I wrote a few LFF reviews for The Skinny, but Titan was the star of my experience. I had the incredible opportunity to interview Julia Jucournau and Agathe Roussel for The Skinny and wrote that up as a feature for the December 2021 issue. As a side note, it remains so crazy to me that my first published interview after the course was with the director and actor duo behind the year's Palme d'Or winner. Still feels really unreal.
Amazing. Before we go, I was wondering if you had any advice you would give to people who get on the course.
Make the most of it. Jump at literally every opportunity provided to you. A former Scoutmaster once said to me that you only get out of an experience what you put into it, and that's a great mentality to have. Take the motivation and use it. Make a podcast, apply for freelance jobs, network like there's no tomorrow. Above all, though, enjoy it. It's been almost an entire year since the course, and I still think about how fun it was on a daily basis. Also, keep in touch with as many people as you can. Yes, there are the industry connections made through networking, but if you're really lucky, you'll end up with lasting friendships. That's really the only proper advice I can give. Enjoy it and appreciate it.
Well, that feels like the perfect note to end this on. So I just want to thank you both for your time. And to any future applicants that might be watching, the deadline for submissions is the 30th of June at 9 a.m. and all details can be found at the link below. Good luck, and we can't wait to read your reviews. Thank you.